on this? And how is it different than the other investigations?
Well, I think FBI is probably more criminal behavior. I'm not, this is not my wheelhouse, but I'm assuming that the FBI is probably more criminal. And if there was obstruction of justice, if there was really criminal behavior going on, like maybe the fact that what I've heard, you mentioned hospital lobbyists, there have been reporting that instead of basing his decision to put COVID positive patients into nursing homes on science, he was basing it on hospital lobbyists and people in the hospital industry saying, we don't want these patients in our hospital. They're not top paying with the Medicaid and Medicare world. And that there might be a money exchange between hospitals and nursing homes. I mean, and this is what Ron Kim has kind of been, flagging, is the fact that there was blanket immunity placed on for nursing homes just a few days after that mandate. Why did he give blanket immunity after that? I call it a death warrant. And there might be a monetary transaction between, putting patients into nursing homes. I heard that they got double the amount if the nursing homes took them. So while nursing homes, a lot of them were raising the alarm saying, we can't take these patients. We just physically can't. If you look at the language of the March 25th order, they kind of didn't have a choice, and they couldn't test them beforehand. They couldn't discriminate. They couldn't discriminate against the patients. They could not test them to see if they had COVID or not.
Unbelievable.
It is.
Janice, I don't know where this is going to go in the next few weeks, days. We have no idea. But is there anything that you wish would still be looked into or that hasn't been addressed involving this crisis?
They have to keep on the nursing home issues. I know that the other stuff is salacious, and no woman should ever be put in a position of, being harassed. Mm-hmm. And it's part of him. It's part of what he's all about. He's about power and intimidation. And I believe these women, I believe them. But it's getting headlines, obviously. And I've always said, whatever makes him resign, I don't think he's going to resign, but whatever puts pressure on him, I'm good with. But don't forget the 15,000 plus seniors that died, and the fact that we know that they covered up the numbers. Like that in itself, that's criminal.
Right. It's criminal. You're right. We'll see. I don't think he'll resign either unless Biden speaks up. I think that's the only thing.
Yes, I agree. If Biden finally says something like, hey, probably a wise idea to do that. But I think it'll be like he'll be kicking and screaming all the way down.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing how many people have spoken up now. Leadership, assembly leadership, Senate leadership, dozens and dozens of senators, state senators, local lawmakers in New York City, organizations, allies, Tish James, who, he basically recruited to be AG.
Of course.
Talk about because he wanted to get back at Zephyr Teach Out. I mean, it's amazing to see.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see all the puzzle pieces come together. Right. I mean, let's see. Wow. I mean, there is a story here. It's an incredible one. And it's, a lot of it would be Pulitzer Prize winning journalism. I really believe that if people really dig into why this happened and why there was a cover up, I think, it will go down as one of the biggest scandals, certainly in New York State New York State history, but also I think, in the U.S. I think this is just unprecedented. And plus,
New York has a lot of this.
Of course, I know. I'm learning that it's just mind blowing what has been happening in New York State for all of these years. But one other part of this is other governors had almost the identical mandate as Cuomo. Whitmer in Michigan, Wolf in Pennsylvania, New Jersey's Murphy, and even Newsom had almost identical mandates to put COVID positive patients into nursing homes. So there's also the puzzle pieces there. Why? Why did they do that?
It's such a weird decision to make.
It is.
Yes. Thanks for watching and listening to The Nomiki Show. But remember to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and please share on social media. If you're not already a patron, please join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show for early and special content. That investment makes a huge difference. We are not corporate media raking in the dough. It's really you guys that are keeping us going. So please consider being a patron. And to our current patrons, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful to you. We also now have swag. So check us out on thenomikishow.com to get your mugs, your totes, and your stickers.